and welcome today. It's been revealed now that Samsung, their S95D QD-OLED TV will be a lot more expensive than last year's S95C. Now, it won't surprise most people considering the fact that it's a new TV, it has newer technology, better processing, and everything in between. But I was expecting that considering OLED panels are getting cheaper now, this TV would either be the same price as last year's release or a little bit cheaper, but that's not the case. The 55-inch version of the S95D will retail for 2,800 euros, as opposed to last year's model that was retailing for 2,500 euros. This is about a 300 euro increase. And then if you step up to the 65-inch, the 65-inch will be priced at 3,700 euros. When you compare it to last year's S95C, that model was retailing for 3,300 euros after its launch. Now, if you go all the way to the 77-inch, this new model, the S95D, will retail for 5,200 euros as opposed to last year's model that retailed for 4,800 euros. So now let's discuss a little bit about the S95D, because I know a lot of people will be questioning now, okay, if I'm going to pay this money, if I'm going to pay this amount, what exactly will I gain by getting this TV over other releases like the LG G4, the Panasonic the Panasonic Z95 model. They will ask this question. The Z95A, actually that's the Panasonic model, even the Philips OLED 909. There are a couple of things that Samsung has perfected this year, and one of the things is the anti reflective coating that they've now added to their screen. So this, at least one of the things that it can do, is that if you have a very well lit room, you're not going to be having issues of reflections in a very late room. And that's one of the things that the S95D has the ability to offer you now compared to last year's model. They are still maintaining the same three sizes as of last year, like the 55, 65, and 77. There's no 83-inch model or anything larger than that. There is no Dolby Vision. I expected Dolby Vision in some way, shape, or form to be announced this year, but it's still not happening with Samsung. The S95D is 20% brighter than last year's model. It has 3,000 nits of peak brightness in 3% window, so it's not like that is the maximum brightness output it can hit every single time. So you need to know about these things before you go out to purchase this, especially if you want to spend more money like this to buy this model. The other benefit is the fact that you get 4 HDMI 2.1 ports. Even though last year's model had the same feature, this newer model now has the ability to game at 4K 120 Hertz. You also have variable refresh rate, auto low latency that is on board. Now, the speaker system on this new model is better than last year. The last year's model, it has a 70-watt 4.2.2 Dolby Atmos speaker system inbuilt into it. That's something that you need to know. In fact, sound is something people really care about. The most people that buy TV, sometimes they overlook the sound of the TV, and when they eventually buy the TV, they start getting angry, like the sound is not very good. You have other support on this TV like HDR10 plus. You have you have HLG, you have Dolby Atmos. Dolby Vision is still not on this TV, and not just this TV, but every other Samsung TV. I don't know when it's going to still come out. I don't know when Samsung will sign a deal with Dolby, but this is getting ridiculous at this point. They need Dolby Vision on their TVs if they're going to charge this kind of money for their TVs. But regardless, the S95D is one of the very best TVs you can get right now. The only problem is that there are some things that it still lacks, that other TV brands are already implementing Dolby Vision, DTS. DTS is not on Samsung TVs, so it can't even support DTSX. So this is a problem as well. I always say this, it needs to support more of these formats. But regardless, these are the little details on pricing that you need to know if you want to step out to purchase the S95D. If you enjoy this content, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys very much next time.